clouds. You look up and they're just suspended up there. They just sit there. But wait a minute. You look away and you look back up and wait a minute. They moved. They grew. They got bigger. Or they got smaller. Or wasn't that cloud over here? Yeah, that's right. The clouds are constantly moving. The winds are blowing them from west to the east. The wind sweeps up the mountainside and makes them grow. It picks up all the moisture from the mountains, from the ground, from the trees, and it just blows it up into the air. It condenses, and we see them as clouds. It's so amazing to watch, but you don't see it until you speed it up. Oh, I love to go and speed the clouds up and watch them grow and grow and move across the sky. It's so amazing. So amazing. And taking pictures of them is so amazing. The best way to shoot clouds is by using a polarizing filter. Doesn't have to be an expensive polarizing filter. You can get one for about $20 at your local camera shop. And you just put it on the end of your lens. You buy the right size, but you put it on the end of your lens. And I would suggest to get a circular polarizing filter because the end of your lens, a lot of them turn when the lens focuses. So you have to adjust. And you just look through the lens and you see the clouds. By turning the polarizer ring, they start getting so much definition in the clouds. The sky gets bluer. The leaves on the tree gets greener. It's just unbelievable. Simply by turning the polarizer ring, the leaves on the trees, they just get greener. It's unbelievable. Boy, could I tell you the stories about some of these cloud formations that I've gotten over the years. The sun behind the cloud lighting up the rain at sunset. A storm 100 miles away being lit up by the sunset. Oh, this one, it looks like a big Indian chief at sunset. Just the way a shaft of rain is moved along the ground at sunset. A thunderstorm 100 miles away. Two thunderstorms building side by side on the horizon. I had my camera out while I was waiting for pizza, and there was a cloud above my car, and these lightning bolts were flashing back and forth inside the cloud. A thunderstorm shot from 35,000 feet. During the Arizona monsoon, the clouds just build and build and build. I set up my video camera and I just record the clouds as they're building. And they just keep on building. It's just so amazing. And then I go and I take them and I edit them in the video program. And I speed them up to like 5,000 times their actual speed. And I sit there in amazement on how those clouds are actually moving. You can't really see them with your naked eye, but they're building, and they're building, and they're building fast. But you can't see it. It's so amazing. So I sit there and I watch it. And I can sit here and watch it for hours and hours and hours and not get tired of it. I just watch these clouds. It looks like they're just boiling. And the faster you go and you speed it up, the more This one time I wanted to capture a sunset from on top of the Mogollon Rim. So when I went up there, it was really cloudy, and didn't think I was going to get very much because it was really cloudy, and the wind was blowing like 50 miles an hour. It was really blowing hard, and it was cold, and my wife was waiting in the car, and it was just too cold for her out there. It was like maybe 50 degrees. The wind was blowing 50 miles an hour, and she kept on yelling at me, "When are you going to come in? Because it's cold." And I said, "No, I got to go, and I came all the way to get this sunset. I need to go and follow it through." So I went and I waited and followed it through. I took pictures with the still camera. I took pictures, and I took the video with the video camera, and it didn't seem like it was worth anything because the wind was blowing so hard, and it really wasn't fun. And but I waited it out till the sunset, and then I packed it all in, and we drove back home. And it wasn't until after I got home, and I went and I downloaded all the footage from the video camera, and I did downloaded the images from the still camera, and I took the video, and it was in pieces because you could only shoot 1 hour at a time with the video camera on tape. So I had like 3 hours worth. So I had to go and piece it together. And I took it and I sped it up to like 3,000% of real time. And man, did it come out awesome. I mean, the clouds were just flying across the sky, and the sun was just going peeking in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then it came down to the end where the sun was going to set, and there was a little slit that went right along the horizon. And when the sun hit that and it peeked between the clouds and the ground, oh my gosh, it was like all heaven broke loose. It was unbelievable.